It's been a hot minute since I've done anything with this game, really, but I kind of felt the need to pick it back up again. I forgot quite a bit about it, actually, but I don't know. I was hoping I could make it more regular. This means I need to fight this thing. Which...
Leave it to me.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe that was a severe lapse in judgment. I have a wing suit, right? Well, I guess it doesn't matter right now. Okay, well that's good at least. Looks like Fortnite Chapter 4 or something. Not Chapter 4, like 3 or 5. Back in down to 3. You know what? The camp raid. Good grief, that's far away. I feel like the sensitivity is pretty high. I have other characters. Since when did I get other characters? Oh my goodness, I can shoot people.
Ally of justice.
Okay. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Okay, well, no, that's fine. Get a good look at you right here. So, I don't know why it's so jittery. Like, this is the PS5 version. I'm playing this on PS5 Slim, so I don't think there should be much of a problem, but no, I feel like it's chugging a little bit. Can I change? Oh, hey. Flame off. Wasn't that lovely? Team synthesis. That's, okay, that's just crafting. Guide depot. Maybe I should actually go through tutorials. Like, I'm not gonna do that because I never do that, but... Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot that. Double freak slaw. That's a deep cut. Oh my goodness. I don't even know the people who would get that. Okay. Yes, lots of things. What do they call these? These just... I don't know if I've unlocked these menus yet. There's a lot that's super pretty about this game, and a lot that I do like. I feel in many ways it's like a... Okay, image display, global filter. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, I think I like this one the most. Wow. That is so cool how you can fine-tune that. Okay, maybe that is a little too much, but I think that'll make for this superior viewing experience. That's what I was trying to do. In the first play, okay. I wanted to, turn off motion blur, because it is killing me, man. Cutscene mode, letterboxed. Yeah. Sure. Alright, sensitivity, aiming, camera shake intensity. I also not a camera shake person. Alright. Camera reset. Assisted aiming, yes please. I kinda suck. Switch appearance. Oh hey. Dude, they posited that at the beginning of the game like it'd be some big issue. Okay. That's a little less nauseating. So I kind of want to see what's beyond here. What if I just go exploring? It's a great time. Like before I was kind of getting a hang of the combat, but it's been months, so... Looks kind of interesting. Oh, you quit. I know why they have to add that stamina, but I'm still never a fan.
Leave it to me.
No, that's fine. I'm really not watching where I'm going. At all. I should. That's why I'm scratching the surface. I'm also just picking things up that I'm not exactly sure that I need. Adventure. That's fine. They're like the raiders they were talking about, I would assume. Which, I mean, that's Pete Carroll's fault, don't hunt me down about that. You guys don't even know how to use your running back. This kind of hypocritical coming from me, actually. I should stop talking about running backs. I didn't even think mine had like 20 yards last game. What did he even do? Why does this always open me to an article? I don't care. Oh, okay. I walked off the bridge. Nice job. Rover, work with me. Okay. Healing complete. Let's go. What do you... Yeah, didn't even get 20 yards. Did not. Just, that's... pathetic. Actually pathetic. I don't know how you can have an NFL game with less than 20 rushing yards. Being supposedly the starter. But I guess you can.
I have the arrangements in place. Rover, you can come visit the magistrate at any time. Shuzia, do you mind bringing Rover over to the city hall?
Okay, new chapter. Early access available. Okay. The best experience is recommended to the main cat. Sure. Let's try that. Let's... Okay, I didn't really need to do that. I wanted it marked a little more,
Look at our
but
official merch.
that's fine. I think to experience this game more properly, I should get a, you know... I should try and widen the scope of my knowledge about the world as a whole. But, I mean, that is a slight problem I have with pretty much any game like this. I feel so much of it often just devolves into exposition dump after exposition dump of people, like, knowing things, others having to pretend they don't know things, like, I don't know. I feel like the first, honestly, like, 5 or so hours are all incredibly clumsy to get through. And even past then, it's a toss-up whether you'll like it or not. Like Genshin Impact, I hated that game until I was quite a bit through it. Once I'd finished the entire Mondstadt story, I think the music was the only thing that kept me going in some areas. Alright, this is an elevator. What a stupid question. Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, I can't even hit things in here.
What do you mean I'm not the VIP the magistrate's expecting? Go see for yourself.
Alright.
Ew.
Yang?
First time seeing such a crowd in front of the city hall.
I was surprised too. I've never seen so many. Most of the people here have applied for an audience.
Sure.
So this is the true. I agree though. So far, you. Sure, it can.
Have you thought of something, Rover? You mean... I can't really keep up with your thoughts.
Same here. Anyway, our magistrate's the best lead we have for now. No matter what she has in store for Rover.
What do you think, Rover? Are you in a hurry to recover your memories? In
Yep.
that, how about meeting with the magistrate first? We're not allowed to go with you. Shizia and I will be waiting for you.
That's right. We're not going anywhere.
Alright, well, that's hopeful.
VIP the magistrate's expecting.
I guess I can just walk up to her then. Sure. I'm gonna try and walk up to my state governor. Or maybe not. State senator. I don't even know who my state senator is. I feel like I have so little control over that. I don't know. Oh.
Please, follow.
Alright. Why are you... Did she, like, expect me or something? Dude, if this is the magistrate, I'm actually gonna lose it. You know what? No, that's actually not too bad of a design for that, but...
Kindly have a seat.
Can I... Oh no, you want me to sit at that one. Yeah,
Lady
sure.
Sanhua will be with you shortly.
Yeah. Amazing. I don't know. Oh, okay. Hello, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I met her before. Tell me, how many seasons of Fortnite have you played? So...
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I apologize for the delay.
Oh, you're
My
the
name
bodyguard.
is Sanhua, the bodyguard of Madam Magistrate.
Hi.
I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is currently away.
What?
Prior to... Madam Magistrate advised you to explore what these tokens represent during her... I apologize for the inconvenience, but please...
Okay.
Since Madam Magistrate is currently away, but you are truly accept regarding that.
Yeah.
My eyes can see the frequencies of all living beings.
Actually,
Or rather,
what does
those
that mean?
frequencies are the only thing I can see.
Oh.
You share the same frequency with Madam Magistrate.
Yeah, no, like, what?
Apologies. Both you and Madam Magistrate look undistorted to me. In my eyes, you appear the way you are.
A little cloudy, like trees walking back and forth. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
They...
Reason you can't... Alright. Yeah, that's fair enough. Someone walked up to me and just, like, wanted to know
May I
everything
have
about...
your terminal for a moment?
Okay, I'm not gonna finish that. Oh my goodness. I have
Indeed.
to.
It was an oversight on my end. I will be here on... I need your terminal for... Madam Magistrate thought you might need it. The utility mod... You are free
Yeah,
to
okay.
visit any part of Jinzhou. Yes, including... Also, may I ask,
Ballin'.
have you decided? If not, Madam Magistrate has arranged a I will lead you to your room if you need. Understood.
Okay, thank you. Wow. Yo. Dude, imagine visiting... Okay. She gave me a leaf, some fruit. I'm not gonna complain about it, okay? She gave me free things, and they just told me her name. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I'll... Pack your things, we're leaving. Echo. Wow, that is pretty. I don't know. Maybe I should have, Yeah, no, you know what? I don't know how contentious this is. How mad are the fans of the big four games at each other? Like, cause there's Genshin, there's this, there's Honkai,
Rover!
and there's
It took you
Zenless
so
Zone
long.
Zero.
What?
I was planning to do something with Zenless Zone Zero, but I couldn't. I
Madam Magistrate.
kind of wanted to, but
The wind is
to me it seemed
increased
like the
loss,
one that would take
I'm
me off
afraid.
guard the least.
Well, we've repeated
So
this
I
is
kind of
what
just
there's been
decided that
United, do you have any
forego it
plans,
completely.
Rover?
Fair
Yeah.
point. Let's go chill out then. Ooh, reminds me of the tokens of love in those stories. A soulmate.
So, Madam, that Rover...
Oh my
lover,
goodness, dude.
Do you mind?
Okay, I really don't care what you guys think about this. I'm sorry.
So, what?
Oh my goodness. My headset just died. I am very confused about what just happened. Alright.
So Chixia and I share similar childhood memories of the Sugar Pearl. Do you remember it too?
When it comes to candies, no one knows them better than the kids of Jinzhou.
I don't want to do this. I really don't care. Like, I don't know. This is another one of those things that kind of pushes me away from these types of games. It's not that they misrepresent what the audience cares about, but as someone who's trying to play a game and experience a story,
Cherish every gain.
why does it keep turning off like that? My headset keeps making this noise like it's turning off. Is that just low battery? Dude, I'm stupid. Yeah, that's fine. It can, you can complain about low battery, and then it'll die. I'll actually do something about it. How about that? Okay. Yeah, still things. Link email, unnecessary for now. I want to go exploring. That is my favorite part of these games. I love exploring, I love seeing what's new, I love getting new characters. I like meeting people. I guess one thing
Leave it to me.
I mean, yeah, again, that kind of goes back to, I don't know how hostile these four fandoms are against each other, so I don't want to constantly compare everything to each other. I don't know how conducive that will be to giving me a more unique perspective or better gaming experience. But, like, in my head, I just keep kind of going back to what I do like, what I don't like, what... And almost all of that is off this other type of game. And it's like, I want to experience it as its own thing for the most part,
Wind,
but
guide me.
it feels kind of tough. Oh, I'm definitely not supposed to go down here yet. Absolutely not. Wow, it like pulls up a little bit. It's odd. Is it a dead end? Are you serious? I don't know. I feel like a lot of the polish that went into this game is kind of to the detriment of a couple other things. That, from my very limited experience, the other titles seem to be doing better. It's like a fast... That has to be a fast travel thing. There's no way it's not. Let's go. Alright. He's 600 meters away. Dude, I wonder what the visitor's doing. So I guess the way I kind of have to go about this is I want to experience and appreciate what's different about this.
Wind, guide me.
But I also still want to try and weigh what positives and negatives it has to try and find definitively which among these three now, since I've kind of decided completely against one of them, which one of these is just straight up the best experience for me, and maybe for more people who want to try them out. Because I feel like something that has kept me from playing a lot of games like this is not really... This is beautiful, by the way. I'm enjoying this area right here specifically. I love the feeling that I'm going down and I have no idea what I'm gonna find or when it's gonna stop. Love that. I'm always a big fan of that. And I guess it's something that I feel like a lot of full release open world games kind of miss out on, because they're too focused on trying to pull you through the story, which is honestly driving me crazy recently, where I feel like I can't really get a feel for these games, because they're just trying to knock you through their clumsily told narrative. Maybe I should take a pointer on that. I want my manga series to eventually have a few games developed, but I do need to legitimately start thinking, hey, if I'm ever asked of like, oh, I thought I rolled up. Okay, that's a boss fight area if I've ever seen one. So yeah, if I ever get asked for something like that and I'm offered any creative control, or I can just take it, I mean, that's possible too. I want to be looking for things in video games I feel like should be done more or aren't done as much. Also, I do like this effect a little better than, I don't know. This feels more in line with the world and kind of the mystery of it, rather than just like, hey, don't go here, kind of arbitrary sort of barrier. I don't know. I feel like a lot of times when I try and be positive about something, it's like super nitpicky. Like, I don't want to give like more full compliments, but it's something I notice. I like how in these areas especially, it feels like the game's sticking to a specific atmosphere that's unique to the series. Okay, Jisoo left his backpack to me, and I knew he was prepared for a risky rescue. I was filled with fear, afraid that he might not return, and even more afraid that he might come back something else. Your type of weapon should never be used against comrades. Excuse you? It's just like a small camera reset. I'm gonna keep mining this because, I don't know, crystals are normally always useful. Especially in Minecraft. But I wanna, what I was saying before, I wanna be paying attention to a lot of the things I do and don't like in certain, gaming titles and genres, so I can know what's the best way to bring some of the titles that may come about from my property would come to life in. It's like, I don't want to sound like I'm too far ahead of myself or having unreasonable expectations. I expect this to be something in the far future for sure. And by far, I mean like 7 to 12 years. Because like a lot of anime don't get many video games, but I feel like the reason they don't is because the ones that do get released aren't successful enough to warrant more being released, and I think that's a product of the quality of them. Like, can you look me in the eyes and tell me the One Punch Man game had love and thought put into it? I feel like it gives a lot of them a bad name. It's like the My Hero Ultra Rumble one is good, but it's kind of its own thing. I'm not really a fan of One Piece games, honestly. I haven't seen any of them that kind of grab me. It's like, oh yeah, I really want to play that. Pretty much all of them seem just like, I don't know. I feel like pretty much all of them are some sort of recap, or they go off on something that's not super interesting, and it's like, I would love to see one that's like non-canon. And it kind of just takes you to like a completely different part of the story that nobody's seen before. I don't know. I feel like you can't capture the same energy of what One Piece is without really going off into your own work. because it's just so special. I mean, experiencing it for the first time and learning more about the world is just so fresh and unique. And no other story really does the same thing with it. So I feel like if you try and recap the story in a game, it's just so much less impactful. And any trade-off you do get is kind of low.
Leave it to me.
Okay. Oh my goodness, I can charge up. Okay. So before I hit the, what do you call it?
No biggie.
Oh, good. Difficult to tap that.
All day.
I am really uneducated on how to do this online. Yeah, my timing is completely off.
Oh, please have something good this time.
I don't know, I feel like the magical elements of this game are my favorite that I've seen out of any of the four. I guess I should keep referring to them as like a triple set, but it's kind of difficult for me to do when I feel like... Okay, July 4th, the citywide alarm blared. Okay. I feel like this is a little vaguer than I'd like it to be. What can you do, Rover?
Sounds come forth.
Show me moves. So is it like a... Sure, man. Whatever. Yeah, like when something applies to all four games, I kind of want to get into that, but when it's just the main three being Honkai, Genshin, and Wuthering Waves, I think that's how I'll refer to it. Yeah, no. I do think, I don't know, part of me thinks that the polish on this game is just, what the hell is that?
Leave it to me.
Alright, you know what I
No
want.
hesitation.
Just kidding. Man. Love that it feels like I'm kind of getting lost here. I don't really know how I feel about this expressly technological I guess note's not really the right musical word, but I mean a more broad sense, like
Wind, guide
there's
me.
a lot of technological notes in the soundtrack, and I'm not sure that's what I personally am looking to see in this universe. I don't know, because when it's so hard to, like, kind of differentiate what I Oh. Dates don't- Yeah, so. Oh my goodness. It's covered with broken rocks and gravel. Okay, I'm really unsure of why they gave that to me. That was...
Leave it to me.
Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. Well, I certainly prefer the primary attack loop. Okay. Kinda wasn't paying attention to the guy that's obviously the strongest one here. Like, at all.
Keep it together. Useless idiots!
Alright, well.
Cherish every gain.
I do like how it doesn't seem to be going for the same... Not the feeling of the world, but... I guess the time period. They're not going for that at all.
Leave it to me.
I think they're trying to combine very different elements to bring it to life. I am not yet sure I like those elements more. Because right now I'm leaning a little more towards no. I think seeing this sort of technological area is something we see a little more in Western titles. Okay. New function log events participate. Okay. Okay, no, actually I do want that. I feel like I'm glitching into this running quicker thing. Okay. PS3. Okay, I'll leave. Hey, at least he didn't just shoot me. It was pretty kind of him. I really appreciate how much faster climbing up things is, because seriously, that was a...
Wind, guide me.
I don't mind it in Genshin Impact, but when I'm playing this one, it is very noticeable.
Leave it to me.
Which I partly do like how slow it is in some ways. Makes me feel a little more accomplished when I reach the top of something. But this means I do get to reach the top faster. Okay, that's what it... Oh my goodness. No, I need to be... She was talking about like a new flight thing, so... Imagine if it's just like the Just Cause 3 flight suit, and I'm completely missing out on it. Okay. 知求阴谋，全是无为生有虚害。Yeah, that probably means something I know, but I've forgotten it because I haven't taken Chinese in literally forever. Oh, good grief. Freak's Law. Oh, there we go. Why isn't it letting me? Okay. Man. I don't know. I feel like in a lot of ways there's more thought put into each and every character. Maybe not in a necessary lore way that I'm seeing, but man, they just look so dynamic with their purpose, they all feel like they have a much more unique walk in life instead of a place in society, I feel like. I mean, to me it feels a little more all-star-like. I think one thing in Genshin where aside from the outfit, some people are just like, this is just a normal-ass person. Do they mean like the actual Stranger Things? They're just saying that. No, let me see all of them. Okay.
I should try to smile more, you say? Like this?
I don't know about that one, Chief. Current union level. Can I unionize against the magistrate? Oh. Oh, this has to be it, right? Yes. Tracking. Oh, right, I can fast travel. Oh. I know it's better, but man, I'm enjoying being out on the field. Travion Henderson. Shut up, Travion Henderson. Unless it's Trayvon. Could be either. It's funny. Her name's like Lanyan when I use Yanlan sometimes in Genshin. It's kind of funny to me, at least. Alright. Alright. What is this? Oh, no. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, they just gave that to me now? The flight test? Okay, that was... Wowzers. Okay. That is very different from what I thought it would be. L to ascend or dive. To control directions. Ooh, I don't know about that. I do not know about that. I am a strong believer in using your camera for those sorts of things. Okay. Sure, man. Yeah, what do I need to grapple for if I have this? No, you stay. I'm going to explore this entire area. Holy balls. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? This is freaking massive. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we're starting here. Oh, best believe we're starting here. Okay. This is pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna fast travel here, actually. Yeah, neat. Oh,
Leave
right.
it to me.
Fly. Vegeta, I can fly. Kind of reminds me of the Transformers Devastation combat system where you press B1 before anything happens, and then you slap people. Alright, so... Dude, are you kidding me? Whoa! Okay. Man, am I happy I picked this up. Good grief. Dude, I would have felt like a total idiot. And I can use that immediately. Oh, wow. Alright then. That is, you spoil me, good sir. Oh right, the gourds thing. That is such a weird idea. I don't know. I'm trying to create a lot of unique things for my story and its worlds, but I don't do that. I'm trying to be less dense with it because I feel like in cases like this specifically, it feels like you're just making something completely random up that has nothing to do with anything just because you wanted a unique system. And I feel like that's where it kind of starts to get a little iffy for me. I think that's something a lot of anime do, where it's just, oh, we don't want to create a, you know, a redundant power system or something. And then they just take it in such a weird direction that it's either too complicated or it just doesn't make any sense and doesn't feel realistic in any way. It just feels incredibly made up, and that's kind of what I'm meaning the gourds thing. It's like, I'm not going to completely write it off yet, because I haven't seen what they're fully doing with it, but I don't know. Gourds, man? Okay, I used the wrong thing. Oh, wow. They're actually pretty aggressive. What do you mean I can't currently use this function? I have to fight them first?
No hesitation.
Yeah, you want some?
Strike through the shadows.
Yeah. Are you serious? He didn't take any fall damage. They want me to go all the way back down to fight him? Okay, at least I can do this now. Yeah, you know what, sure. Okay, so there is a similar climbing thing. I was just running up walls. Oh my gosh. Is it an electric glalie? Yeah, how about I stay out of the way of these police-looking people? Maybe I don't jump over the barrier that's clearly supposed to keep people out. Neat, military. I mean, I'm not against that, I just think... Ugh. We've had so much military inspiration in gaming for 25 years, almost on the dot. I guess 22 or 23 is a little more fair. So why can't I see this area yet? Oh, there's water there. Alright, track, I'm gonna... No, there's no reason for that. Ooh, no. Actually. No, I'm gonna explore here a little bit. Okay, I like this. It's a little more fall. Wow. Holy shit. That is a wondrous sky. My goodness. That's beautiful. That's one reason that I do often trend towards these games. I mean, where else do you find that, man? Like, that was something that PS3 titles were doing, and I feel like... Ugh. In the PS3 days, I feel like, and even PS2, things were more dedicated to feel, like, fully artistic. And now, I feel like they're trying to replace... not artistic expression, but like artistic identity with good graphics. That's it. They're trying to make their entire identity in how good the game looks and how realistic everything is. And don't get me wrong, this game's pretty good at that too. Like, it has its own distinct art style, but like these trees look like you could reach out and touch them pretty much. Like, maybe not have the same texture they necessarily should, but they have a... No. You have a health bar. I'm not. I do not want to know. I just do not. Man. I can't get over this place. This is like... This is S tier. Right. Okay. That is on me. Yeah, I kind of do like that limitation on it. Oh, I love how easily they can get up things like that. Oh my goodness. Wow, you can actually push this pretty hard. I am so happy I went after that, because I was straight up going to explore this only with the wingsuit. And I would have been happy with it, because that's just how I'm used to doing things. It would have been faster than how I'm used to. I mean... So far, this game's an absolute treat.
Leave it to me.
Enjoy resources. Yo, Chisia, I don't really care. Oh, I'm supposed to... Okay. Follow the butterfly. Thanks.
Wind, guide me.
Oh, now the skies look a little different. Yeah, I feel like this game has a strong artistic identity, and that's what's pulling me towards it. Like, I don't know any other game that looks quite like this or feels quite like it in a visual manner. I think the world isn't what's kind of grabbing me, it's more the beauty that kind of has me going. That really, I wanted to go there. Camp Overwatch, yeah. Man, I miss when Overwatch was good. That game had some of the most potential I've ever seen of any series. And it was one of the most disappointing gaming experiences ever. As far as... I would actually really like to go there. Gosh, that area is completely off limits. Yes, it's a story progression thing. So from here, I think I'll get one of these, so it's easier to get this one over here, because this is the closest. Oh, no, I'm right. Yeah, I can do that anytime. So now, oh yeah. I mean, I'm kind of considering going down this way, but honestly, that is probably what I should do, but I don't care. I'm having more fun trying to discover everything. Ooh, and this is why you branch out and you do these things, so you don't get stuck. Wow, there is nowhere good to do this from. I guess I'll just go here. Because this should still be high enough up for me to create a pretty great stride here.
Leave it to me.
Okay, we're just gonna push it to its limit then. This is always my favorite part of any game like this. Honestly, this is the type of thing that would make me never quit these types of games. I feel like it's such an interesting way to explore your universes. Okay, this is less cool than it looked from far off. Did they just not allow me to discover this? No, they did. Okay. Well, thanks, I guess. Now... Woof. Yep, facing the wrong way. I would have started walking the wrong way, too. Alright. We're going to this village. Wow, thanks. I always forget I can do this.
Leave it to me. Wind, guide me.
I'm actually kind of in love with that controls. With those controls. Wow, English. Oh, I'm mean. I'm very, very mean. This is perfect. I mean, I'm already loving how dynamic this place's set pieces are. I think they could be leaning a little more into them, but it's a very pretty game. And it feels just totally different from Genshin Impact. Like, it has a similar formula and playstyle for sure. Not gonna deny that. Obviously inspired by it. But what they went and did with it, I think is so... It's a lot more... defined than I was expecting. I really wasn't thinking they would maybe go this all in isn't the right word, but they certainly made strides in really doing their own thing to make sure that this didn't feel like just another of something. Because the way this was marketed, it just felt like, hey guys, we're gonna do Genshin Impact, but we're gonna do everything you guys have been asking for forever, but they'll never do because they don't want to change up a lot of the core of the game for some reason. And it's like, that'll get me to try your game out, but it won't really get me to stay, and I feel like that's kind of where a lot of people quit. Because I remember seeing some people talk about it like it was kind of a controversy, and they're like, oh yeah, it was just gonna be this totally new... Really? Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be everything we love to get about Genshin, but everything we wish it was doing. And I feel like, from the marketing I saw, that did kind of look like where they were going. But I think in practice it's something totally different, and something I think is probably better for
guide me.
Gaming in general. And for this landscape of games. I don't know what you call this, gacha. I didn't even know where I'm going. I'm just having fun, man. Exploring is my favorite thing to do in games, I think. Like, this is where I'm having a great time. I guess that's why the Batman Arkham series really didn't resonate with me the first time I tried it. It's, Arkham Asylum is just totally not my style of game. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That took me there. Oh my goodness, this is where I was before. How did I miss that? Well, now I've got something of an upper hand. Wow. Unbelievable. That took me like a good portion of the video the first time to explore this area, but... Bomb mine. So, wow, that was the literal one thing I could get stuck on, and I did. This is why I don't play video games. If you're wondering why specifically, it's because I suck at them. Oh my goodness. It's like a black hole. I love it.
The end has come.
Okay. That's awesome. Wasted my ultimate again. Guishu. So happy that doesn't hurt me. Alright, now I don't think I should... Whoa. What's this? Alright, I probably should have expected that.
I'll fire it up.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Don't do that, Rover.
Leave it to me.
Wow,
Way to guide me.
See, I know the way I'm playing these games is so unbelievably wrong. I don't care. I went the wrong way. Dude, I just sought out something vaguely gold looking. Am I stupid? It was obviously not the same thing. Okay. No, that's fine. That was it, wasn't it? Where am I looking? Looking in the sea of flames? That sounds awesome. That's not where I need to be going right now. That's for me to explore later. I'm just getting the map figured out now. Oh, please no. Watch that thing be alive. Okay. This is probably my favorite place so far. Dude, I love forbidden forests in fiction. Oh my goodness. That, it kills me. Ugh. I was really trying to do something in my main character's first arc, I should say. And it was something like this. It's like, I love these forest areas. But the more I got into it, it was just, no, I can't. I couldn't commit to what I was trying to do because it just felt so boring and detached from the original, not the original intent of the story, but the intent of the first arc. It felt like this crazy tone shift, and it wasn't that crazy. But it wasn't that it was crazy, it was just way too different, where it's just, if I'm reading this from a perspective of, okay, I love this first arc, which I do, why would I then suddenly go into the second arc where everything's slower, the area is significantly more peaceful, the mystery's almost all in the adventure, and it's like, okay, you still have so many questions about the things that were going on in that first arc, and okay, that's a freaking dragon. And I'm just completely leaving those to be like, okay, not right now. We're going on adventures. And it felt like such a cop-out when I really looked into it. And from then on, I was just trying to slightly modify it, and nothing was working. Absolutely nothing was working. So recently, actually, I completely scrapped everything in that second arc. Like, literally everything went. And I'm so happy I did that. That was one of the best decisions I've ever made writing this story. Because I was getting hard stuck because the main character didn't have any identity, while the rest of the world and the story that didn't revolve around her was fantastic. That only carries you so far. If your main character has no identity, what's the main villain gonna go off of? And he's a pretty big, not necessarily overarching villain like, oh, every single string has been pulled by him since the start. Not necessarily, but he's big enough to where I can't settle for him being even a little boring. He has to be fascinating to the reader from my perspective. Like, I want people to fall in love with his character, and I want people to fall in love with the main character. It's like, I can't do that successfully if I don't even know who she is. They're supposed to be opposites in some way. It's supposed to be like looking in some sort of twisted mirror. I think that's how all good villains are. I mean, Darth Vader, the Joker, like, literally everyone. Even if you take, okay, let's take the most famous villain of all, Satan. In the canon lore of the Bible, not going on to anything else, he's more of a foil to humanity than God. And it's a lot of people I feel like get that crossed, and ultimately he does want to foil God, but God cannot have a foil because he's too powerful, he's too great and terrible, as described in, well, I was going to say Psalms, but I meant Proverbs, but now that I think about it, both of them. And with Satan specifically, since he has nothing to really do that'll, actually break through in any way, he goes after humanity. And angels, as he was one, are referred to as the sons of God, so in my opinion, it sort of invokes this idea of there was a lot of pride associated with that, but humanity was a step further, and they were... Okay. Humanity was directly made in the image of God, and that kind of pissed everyone off. And what he's pretty much mirroring, instead of, mirroring this, like... Because I guess, no. That's kind of what makes him such a compelling villain if you actually look into him. Because he does mirror God a little bit in the way that he wants to replace... Oh no. Wait, can I not use this anymore? Can my wingsuit break or something? Hold the phone. Okay, I'm holding the best version of sword. That's good. Bible inhaler. Where would this be? Oh. Well, I actually don't know which one of these I would want. Backpack utilities has to be utilities, right? Alright, well I guess we're doing it the old-fashioned way then. Wow, that did nothing. I'm gonna grapple onto that tree like Lego Batman or Spider-Man or something. No. I guess not. So anyways, what I was saying was he kind of works in this dual way where he's like a creation of God, but he went in the opposite direction that humanity is supposed to go. And instead of submitting to the image that God's trying to give you, it is, from everything I have read and seen and experienced, that always lines up to the best interest of whoever is in question. And I feel like that's kind of a common misconception, where people are just kind of like, no, you should just do things because they're right in some way. And it's like, yeah, you're not wrong, but it's even more about how that works in tandem with who you were specifically created to be, what you specifically like to do. Some people have things where it's just like, oh, their job is something they think they don't really like, and it turns out to be something that they like the most, and they just had a complete misconception about it, and they hated it because they were, you know, I guess, misconceited about it. But he's trying to work in the way of keeping you as much away from that image as possible. So he's trying to make you in an image of your own, and sometimes his own creation, depending on who you are. And it's more perversion than creation, I guess. And that's like kind of the reasoning for like why people are insane and stuff. And it's like, there's so much lore there, and it has helped me a lot with the writing I'm doing, because a lot of it just is based off of those dynamics and those things that I believe to be real world problems. And I don't know, I feel like making a story about reality in the way that I've seen and experienced it, especially with this sort of lineup, that's got some really good makings for something a lot of people will find super special. Because I don't... Honestly, part of my first ever inspiration was, I'm going to create the best story I possibly can that feels more alive, that feels more genuine, that feels... I guess more mysterious and fulfilling than pretty much any other story you could get. And I started on that road, and a lot of it was due to selfishness, because even maybe not further than that, but on a similar level, I also wanted to just create the story that I want to experience the most. Like, what do I love the most in all my favorite stories, and how can I do that differently and in a way that brings those same elements to life, but in a way I wanted to see completed ever since I started reading stories. And it's like, it was wanting to create like a love letter to how I experience the world and how I experience fiction, I guess. And in a consequential way, I think it'll come off as like a love letter to readers of fiction, which Yeah, in some ways, but in others, there's gonna be very controversial decisions made throughout, but I think it's the best for the story as a whole. So, then though,
Guide me.
where I've started to lean more after, I think 2 years of writing the story, I think I'm in year 4, I believe.
Leave it to me.
And I gave myself 5 years to do it, so, you know, got pretty much one left, and I'm just about ready too. I think that's actually a pretty good time frame. Might release sooner. I don't think it'll release a little later. It could, but I don't think it's supposed to necessarily. In the grand scheme of the world. But my goodness, that is really worthless. On my wingsuit back, man. I'm pretty sure I had it back here. I definitely had it back here. Can it break? Because I really don't like that if it can break. I'm gonna go back here. Hopefully it'll just be right back where I left it, and it's not. Okay, well, that's horrifyingly concerning. They can do the same thing where it gives me things for looking. Yes, it does. Look at that. Primo gems. Rank 1. Every 10 union levels, raise your soul phase by 1. Higher soul phases yield better rewards, but also present more challenging enemies. Oh, I hate that. Exploration journey. 1%. I feel like I've explored a little more than 1%. Remnants of days past. So anyways, it did... Yeah, that's it. It did start off with this sort of selfish motive. But once it transitioned to, I want to help people out with this story, because a lot of what I was thinking about okay, well, what do I love about those stories? And when I went on that journey for about 2 years, I figured out where it's like, I love when I'm inspired by something. And what's done that more than, like, Dragon Ball? Alright. This has to get me back to Flight 2, right? It did. Okay, that's a wind trail. That's neat. I actually do have an issue. I can't take it out again. There we go. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't care about your stupid freaking grapple. I want to use this. So, when I was looking for a way to inspire people, or create a story that I liked the most, I figured that one of the primary ways that
Leave it to me.
I would enjoy a story is when they would inspire me in some way, especially
Let me be your blade.
in the case of Dragon Ball. Lately One Piece in some ways, but when I got to the point of One Piece that really affected me, okay, I feel like I should be hitting you first.
Don't worry.
Swift and resolute. I sense your weakness.
No, I don't want that smoke. Reminds me of Black Widow from Marvel Future Fight, just not as good.
Swift and resolute. No
Doesn't sound like a good bargain. Let me be your blade.
She's level 5. She's level 1. Jeez, that's why she's not as good. Alright, I don't care. Good.
Oh, please have something good this time.
Could I make you not level 1? Oh, that's awesome. And I'm all out. Do they recharge? Oh my goodness, do I have to find shit for it to recharge?
Sucks to be you.
No, it reloads there. Wow. She's a really interesting character to use. We should use her more. So yeah, and even that modified itself into an even newer goal, which I actually won't speak on. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. I don't know though. Back to my main character problems. I just kept getting killed over and over throughout the story. I mean, I already brought up the main villain, you know, that's how I got on this whole tangent.
Leave it to me.
But your main villain necessarily has to mirror your hero in some way. I think the lightest version I can think of is probably... I'm trying to say Doflamingo, but I know there's more similarities than I immediately noticed. I don't think it's their similarities that makes him compelling. I actually think it's the differences he has from Luffy. What does this do? Why is it like flowing like that?
I sense your weakness.
Okay, whatever. Ignore it. Okay, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. So what am I looking for now? I guess I'm just gonna hit as many of these as I can possibly discover. Because they won't let me go any further here. I mean, why not just explore everything I can? So when I actually have to do this story, I can go through it a lot easier and more painlessly. Yeah, I think what makes Doflamingo more interesting for sure is how different he kind of comes at the world and the more cynical viewpoint he looks at it with.
Wind, guide me.
Flight unavailable. Automatically switch to glide. Why is flight unavailable, bro? Wish flight was always available. I wonder why. Maybe I'm not supposed to find this area yet. That's possible. I mean, there's a skyscraper that's completely suspended from midair. I forgot what I was saying about Luffy and Doflamingo and how they're different. I don't think it matters that much to what I was saying in the first place. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm literally burning alive. That is terrifying. No freaking thank you, Lois. Actually, I love that. Oh yeah, but now it's fine. Making up rules. Stop making things up, Gabe. It's making me sad. So yeah, I mean, I don't need to use examples to back this up. I know it's true, and you know it's true too. At least you should. Yeah, no. Stories are better when main villain mirrors main hero. Yeah, they're a huge problem already. I cannot develop a single other character with the main antagonist, or his storyline for that matter, if I don't know what's going on with the main character. And I knew this for forever, and for some reason I just never really hopped on it as hard as I eventually have now. But what it took was something very different than I was expecting. Because what I was trying to do was I was trying to rewrite her with the same elements I was using, and now I'm trying to take her from a more ground-up approach and find completely new inspirations to build her up with. And I think it's going to make for a much fuller character than we would have seen eventually, because I knew sort of where she should end up, what she should act and look like in many ways, but none of them quite felt right, and every single one felt extremely disconnected from any version of her that I initially had. So I had to completely change around the journey, completely change around where she started from. There's some similarities still, one character in particular that's still vital to her growth, at least for now. Hey, maybe even he has to go for that portion of the story. Because he's needed later, and I don't really know if the him you first meet and the him you meet eventually can line up as well as I'd like them to, because part of the fun of him later is, who is this guy? And on one hand, you're not supposed to know it's the same guy, but on the other, it's not that I expect people to infer, it's that it kind of sounds stupid when you take in the scope of how he acts later, of like, well, why is he so much more like, I don't know. Yeah, I can still explain it, but I feel like it's still a little shallow. If your explanation has to be shallow, I'm not sure if you should have one at all. So, there's a few issues there. I think I can probably change it around.
Leave it to me.
I don't know. I'll have to figure out a way to tie him in properly, because I do really love him.
Saves me
Let me be your blade.
Swift and resolute. Swift and resolute. I see
Dude, switching characters is low-key more powerful than either of Shepard.
no hesitation.
Oh, bring it on! I'll fire it up!
Alright, now I'm having more fun with the combat loop. And I can definitively say that I'm having a little more fun with it than Genshin Impact's. Maybe not quite yet. I guess the interactions that I like to do are still really fun, and I've gotten used to what I like. Alright. I'm gonna track this one. So yeah, I had to completely redo her from the ground up. And now the story follows a completely different, highly dangerous, difficulty breathing. Oh, that's what that is.
Leave it to me.
Oh my goodness, it is not going down. Yeah, no thanks. The monkeys can fight without me. Oh, that's just awful. Nope, water's almost certainly gonna make it worse. Oh my goodness. What? Okay. I guess I'm out of its clutches now. Alright, then I can kind of go up and snake down here and around. Then hit that. And I can get started on all these and finish off. This will probably finish off in the mine. That's kind of where I started. Yeah, so it didn't change the trajectory of the story completely yet. It is looking more like that every day. There's still one arc that has remained almost completely unchanged, but I feel like that's partly because that was my main character in her most honest form, and also because it doesn't focus on her quite so much, and the more I write it, the more it becomes a little half and half on her part in the other character that takes part in it. But I'm also considering pulling back from that as well, because like I want her to have some spotlight since there's something very important there, a few very important things that needs to happen to her, and a lot of personal life experience that went into writing it.
Guide me.
But oh, okay. Oh, this was kind of confused. It is, at the end of the day, not really... It's so hard dealing with it, because it's like, yes, it's her story overall, but the person's journey here, I think is a little more important. So I might... that's the problem, because it's like there's no other place where this specific growth for her can happen. Man, that's gonna be really tough to figure out. I'm just gonna have to go with whichever is more interesting personally. Whichever I think serves both characters better. Sure, man. Okay, I didn't get that at all. After utility was unlocked. I don't think I have that yet. So, yeah, no, I can get that on the way back. What's I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, that is certainly going to be the best, most loved arc of the series, I think. It's going to be the most impactful for sure.
Leave it to me.
Of the entire run. There's probably other arcs where, like, more... I don't know if I'd say more important things happen. I think that is the most important thing that happened. Pretty much in the story. But I want to keep it from peaking too early. Because I think that is kind of a problem, but I think there's still so much going on that it... Yeah, because a lot of things are opened up afterwards, where I feel like the story can take even more breathing time. Because I feel like it just kind of ramps up non-stop to then, and I feel like once that happens, things, and maybe whatever else has to happen in that stretch, will start to cool things down a little bit. And now you can kind of fit yourself into this new world a little more. Oh, that's just amazing. That is truly cool.
Wind, guide me.
Just seeing the background. That thing was definitely alive at some point. Can't tell me otherwise. Man, look at the stars. Could look at that forever. Oh, great. I guess we're going here. Ooh. Well then. This is,
The end has come.
oh my goodness, I did this again. I think I've wasted that 3 times now in this episode. Okay, if you don't think I'm going in here, you're nuts. I'm touching this. It does nothing. Let me in here. I want to talk to whoever's in. Induction cell. Okay.
One with the sounds.
No. Also forgot I could do that. The levitator. Yeah, I don't know if I have that yet. I don't think I do. That's fine. Well, I did this kind of the wrong way, but, you know, that's fine. Such a pretty area. Alright, where am I going? I'm going there. Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of the problems in the back half are caused by the front half. I think eventually where my story would end, or I guess where a lot of the final pieces would fall into place, I think were a lot more dull than they should be, given the quality of some of the rest of the series. And it kind of just felt like, oh, now we're just fitting everything into place. And I don't really like that for a finale. I think that's kind of what made the Boo Saga strong in a way where a lot of people disagree, is not everything just fits into place at the end of it. Like, there are plenty of surprises that are happen. There are new set pieces that come about. There's unexpected conflicts that arise. And
Burst.
yeah, something tells me this one isn't happening yet.
One with the sounds.
Okay, well, I have to check out what that is.
Wind, guide me.
Oh. I don't know. Okay. Okay, that
Remnants
wasn't
of the past.
hard at all. I was just complaining for nothing. As I often do. Actually pretty fun. Man, I hope I find more of those. One of those probably the easiest one on the entire map.
Leave it to me.
No, these things definitely want to smoke. Oh my goodness, yeah, no, they actually really, really do.
Shake the shapeless.
Swift and resolute. No hesitation.
Oh, bring it on! I'll fire it up.
Okay, I think this thing needs to die first.
Time for some hot action.
Swift and resolute. I sense your weakness. Strike your shadows. The end has come.
Finally used it correctly.
Birth.
Let me be your blade.
I'm kinda gonna have to sacrifice the character here.
I sense your weakness.
Oh. Well, would you look at that? Yeah, I probably should, absorb.
An unexpected discovery.
Yeah, the combat in this game is a lot of fun. I must compliment it there. Oh, yeah. Oh, we like it. Gosh darn it. You guys freaking stop with the no wingsuit thing? Kinda making me sad, bro. Well, nice job. It was absolutely useless.
Cherish every gain.
Shut up.
Leave it to me. Sounds come forth.
Oh, bring it on! Sucks to be you.
Okay.
Swift and resolute. Strike from shadows.
Let me be your blade.
Storm, hear my command. I'll fire it up. Okay, no biggie.
No, no.
Close one. Coming in hot. Still fine and dandy.
Let me be your blade. Tempest!
Swift and resolute.
I'll fire it up!
Maybe this was the last time I should be using this. I clearly should have gone with a different character for that section. Wow. It's actually a lot of fun.
What do you have here? You can't hide from me.
But I think I want to level up. Oh, thank you. I'll take it. Stamina. Oh, yay. More of that. I want that. Yeah, I mean, clearly that thing's kind of a dog. Positive connotation. Okay. I don't like the menu navigation. Not the menu UI itself, but like the actual like moving around it I think is a little not fun at all. And I kind of hate it. It doesn't feel fluid. Yet. Maybe it's a me thing. It could it could totally be a me thing. And that's why I went here in the first place. Oh, great.
Up and away!
That doesn't help me here.
Leave it to me.
No, that's fine. You can do what you're doing down there. We don't have to talk about it. These boss battle places are kind of freaking me out. Oh, right, I'm an idiot. Well, I guess that means we're going to this one. Great. Whimsy's not working again. I am really not sure why that's been happening. Oh, Trusty didn't stop me. Totally could have.
Leave it to me.
Right, so... Okay, I can't believe that one didn't work. I just don't get it. Why isn't it giving me the suit back?
Leave it to me.
Wow. Unionizing XP. Good grief. Can't believe this. Oh. Neat. Yeah, I'd probably levitate her job. No? Okay, well. Sorry, I don't know anything about this world yet. I think one of the things that makes my world really difficult to try and develop is how I really want it to mirror real-world systems, but I also want to make it interesting enough to keep people looking and guessing. I don't know, because I want my story to be an absolute blast to experience. I want it to... Because One Piece is ending pretty soon, right? This was in no way part of any plan of mine. But it's a really neat happenstance that it ends right about when mine starts. And I'm not expecting the upper end of One Piece's success. But I do think, for sure, that there's going to be some people that react in a similar way with how much they fall in love with it, because I've fallen in love with it that much. And I know pretty much any creator can say that, but I'm a lot harsher of a critic on what I do. When something sucks, I kind of really try and acknowledge it. Even for like years when I was writing, I was like, my main character sucks. Like, I wouldn't outwardly tell anyone that, except people who I was like consulting to work on it with. Like, hey, what do you think is a better, direction? I like getting feedback of people who have similar story experiences that I do, or operate in the world a similar way, and try and like glean some inspiration off of their insight. Is this where I checked before? It could be. It might be. So I think people are going to have an absolute blast experiencing my story. And I don't just think it's because of how much I enjoy it. I mean, everyone I've spoken to gave me a pretty, not necessarily glowing review of what I was saying, but I've never met someone that's like, yeah, that sucks. I met one person who, it was about something very stupid. It was about naming a character. He's like, no, that doesn't really work. And he's like, he gave me like some reasoning and was like, oh, you could work with this. It's like, I think he was misunderstanding like kind of the tone I was going for. And it's like, yeah, this is, I don't want this to be very, like, he's a serious character, but like he's supposed to have a stupid name. Like, that's funny to me. It's funny when a side character who's a minor character in the grand scope of things, but kind of a major character in the specific arc he appears in, and what he does to other arcs around him, I feel like, with the other characters he informs. I don't want him to be, I want him to be taken seriously as a character, but I think people take that archetype of character way too seriously, and I kind of wanted to poke a little fun at it without bringing detriment to him. But it seemed like the route he wanted to go to was not like exactly what I was trying to avoid, but it was I'm tired. He completely missed why I came up with it in the first place. So that was pretty much the only time I've had. And he was...
Down. hounds come forth.
I don't really know how much I want to call him another writer, because he technically is, but, I mean... Like, I don't want to dog on him either, because he was... It's funny, because almost every experience I had talking with him about writing, he kind of approached it from the level of, like, wanting to help me out in a way. And it's like, I get that I was younger by a few years. But in the same breath, like, a lot of the ideas he would come to me with made him come off as someone who was just starting to write his first series and had a bunch of super big, sweeping ideas for fan fiction and for his own work, and they didn't feel nearly as polished as a lot of what I try to go for. And I can't insult him for it, because we do start somewhere. But it was a little odd every time we talked, of how he would immediately try and slip into that sort of role. It's like, I kind of appreciate it on one level, but on another, it kind of felt like he was really full of himself about it, when
Leave it to me.
what he was actually making just kind of didn't really line up with that. And it's like, yeah, you've probably done this for longer, but I didn't find that to mean that much, personally. I don't know. But yeah, so he's kind of a person where it's like, you guarantee you wouldn't really get any good feedback from, just because he's not coming from it in like in a place of good faith, I feel like is the best way to put it. So, and that was just something as stupid as a name. So I think that's part of the reason I'm as confident as I am, because I've just, with everyone I've asked, even if they're like close, they'll give me their honest feedback, and I've never had someone like outright,
Wind, guide me.
not even outright, just like even imply that something isn't good or interesting. Because normally if I tell someone something, it's because I think it is really interesting, and I'm sure of its quality. So that's probably why it's a little skewed. Oh wow. Is that it is. This is where I started? This is. There's only where I was trying to go though. To get that. I guess probably somewhere here. And no wingsuit still, which I'm not a fan of, but I don't care enough to try and completely change. Yeah, I probably should have seen that coming. Wow, I cannot believe how useless that thing is sometimes.
Wind, guide me.
Can gods even kill themselves? I'm about to try! That's probably gonna show a lot. I think people are gonna pick up on how inspiring that series was to my own work. As far as the dialogue goes, because I want to take the good things about the dialogue of that show, because sometimes it can get like pretty bad, and even when they think it can be good, I think it kind of hits on a lot of notes that show how new they were at creating something, and in some ways still are. And yes, it's a product of their experience, but I think one thing that might be a little difficult is trying to execute on what I want with this series, because I think that's probably where a lot of them die, where it's just incredible idea after incredible idea, and they have a really good story going, and just the way they tell it is terrible. And on one hand, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal because of how strong the characters themselves are. But at the same time, you never... Oh. Is that why I can't find it? Okay, I'm gonna try and get... Wow. That is some crazy slowdown. I'm gonna go back here. Hopefully get my flight suit back because it's still gone for some reason. I just don't get that. Why is that happening? Yeah. Can I fly now? Good grief. Available while on the ground. Nope. We just need to re-equip it or something? No, that didn't work. Seriously. What the heck do they want from me?
Moment of resonance.
4. I am a cotton-headed ninny-muggins. But festive. Horrible. Well, I suppose that'll do it for me.